Today we're tackling a big question. Why are hi-fi products so freaking expensive? And do they really need to be? Let's get to it. To start with, we need to understand what makes hi-fi products so damn expensive. There are several factors involved. There's the cost of materials. High-quality sound requires high-quality components. The wiring, the circuits, the materials used for sound isolation and diffusion, all these are premium materials that don't come cheap. Then there's the craftsmanship. Hi-fi systems are often hand-assembled and calibrated, involving a high degree of precision and hours of labor. Hi-fi systems are designed to provide exceptional sound quality, which involves detailed research and development. Companies invest heavily in pushing the boundaries of sound technology, and this cost is passed on to the consumer. Then there's market demand and perceived value. Hi-fi systems are often seen as luxury items, and in many cases, the price is inflated to match the perception. But does high-quality sound always require such a high price tag? The answer is not necessarily. For starters, the cost of technology has been steadily decreasing. Components that were once rare and expensive are now more easily produced and affordable. This means that even budget hi-fi systems can offer incredible sound quality. One of the most fascinating aspects of technology, especially in the digital age, is its tendency to become more affordable over time. This phenomenon is generally governed by two principles: economies of scale and technological advancement. Economies of scale is an economic principle that the cost of producing each unit of a good decreases as the volume of its production increases. In the context of technology, as demand grows for a specific tech product, manufacturers increase production volumes, which leads to lower costs per unit, right? They achieve this by spreading the fixed costs, like factory setup or equipment purchase, over a larger number of units. Also, they can negotiate better deals for bulk purchases of raw materials, further driving down costs. Now, the second principle is technological advancement. Over time, technological processes become more efficient and more cost-effective methods of production are developed. This was famously observed by Gordon Moore, co-founder of Intel, who noticed that the number of transistors on a chip was doubling approximately every 2 years, while the costs were halving. This observation, known as Moore's Law, has held true for several decades, although I have noticed that it has been slowly declining lately. Also, as we become better at miniaturizing technology, we can pack more functionality into smaller, cheaper devices. This applies to everything from computers to hi-fi systems. For example, the DAC, the digital to analog converter. They were once large, expensive components in a hi-fi system, but can now be made into a small form factor. These factors combined mean that technology tends to become more affordable and accessible over time. Doesn't mean that all technology will become cheap. There will always be premium products and luxury brands. But it does mean that high-quality technology like hi-fi audio is increasingly within reach for more people rather than just a hobby for the wealthy. It's incredible to think about how much technology has evolved and how it's shaping our future. The used market can be a treasure trove for audiophiles on a budget. High-quality components and systems can often be found at significantly reduced prices, especially if you're willing to invest some time and effort into hunting for deals. Buying used hi-fi equipment can be an excellent way to get a lot of bang for your buck. Let's delve deeper into why this is such a smart strategy. Audio equipment, especially well-built hi-fi systems, tend to be quite durable. They can last for many, many years, even decades, if properly cared for. This means that a pre-owned system can offer excellent performance at a fraction of the cost of a new one. Audio technology, unlike many other tech sectors, doesn't become obsolete quickly. A high-quality amplifier or a set of speakers from 10, maybe 15 years ago can still sound fantastic today. In some cases, vintage audio equipment is even sought after for its unique sound characteristics and aesthetic style. Many audiophiles regularly upgrade their equipment to try out the latest technology. This means there's a steady supply of used hi-fi equipment on the market that's been well cared for and is ready for a new home. Online platforms like eBay, AudioGone, Mercari, and even social media marketplaces like Facebook can be phenomenal ways for sourcing pre-loved hi-fi gear. Local classifieds and garage sales are also worth checking out. You never know when someone might be looking to offload a piece of hi-fi history. However, there are some things to keep in mind when when buying used. Always do your research on the equipment and its current market price. You don't want to get had. Ask for a demo or at least check the equipment thoroughly to ensure it's in good working condition. And remember, if a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. Buying used can be a smart, economical way to build a fantastic hi-fi system. It's all about patience, research, and a bit of savvy shopping. Now, don't discount the potential of DIY. I haven't. With a bit of research and some basic tools, you can put together your own hi-fi system. This not only allows you to save money, but also gives you the satisfaction of having built your own system. I know, easier said than done. DIY, or do-it-yourself, has always been a big part of the hi-fi community. In the early days of hi-fi, building your own system was often the only way to get the sound you wanted. Today, with the wealth of knowledge and resources available online, it's easier than ever to build your own hi-fi components and speakers. Why is the potential of DIY so high though? Well, it boils down to a few key factors. When you build your own components, you can tailor them to your exact specifications. You could choose the materials, the design, and even the specific components to create a sound that is uniquely yours. By eliminating the costs associated with marketing, distribution, and retail markup, you can often build a system that sounds as good as or even better than commercially available systems at a fraction of the cost. You're basically cutting out the middleman. Building your own hi-fi system can be a highly rewarding experience. There's a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that comes from creating something with your own hands, especially when it results in amazing sound. The rise of the internet has made DIY hi-fi more accessible than ever. Online forums, tutorials, and resources are abundantly available, providing guidance for every skill level from beginner to expert. You can find schematics for almost any type of component or speaker, advice on choosing materials and components, and troubleshooting help for any issues you may encounter. For those who are new to DIY, there are also plenty of kits available that provide all the parts you need along with detailed instructions. These can be a great way to dip your toes into the DIY world. DIY Hi-Fi offers incredible potential for audiophiles who are willing to put in a bit of time and effort. Not only can you save money, but you can also create a system that is truly your own. Expensive doesn't always mean better. The best hi-fi system for you is one that fits your budget and meets your specific listening needs. It's a common misconception that more expensive equals better. But why isn't that the case? Let's explore. It's essential to understand that the price of a hi-fi product doesn't just reflect the cost of materials or sound quality. It also includes other factors such as research and development costs, branding, marketing, and even the perceived value or prestige of the product. For example, some ultra high-end hi-fi systems are incredibly expensive not only because they do use the finest materials and components, but also they're branded as luxury items. They are designed to appeal to a specific market that's willing to pay a premium for exclusivity and status. Now, the law of diminishing returns applies to hi-fi just like it does to many other areas. This means that as you move up the price scale, the improvements in sound quality become less noticeable. A $1,000 system may sound significantly better than a $100 sound system, but a $10,000 sound system might not sound 10 times better than a $1,000 one. Personal preference plays a huge role in perceived sound quality. Different people have different tastes when it comes to sound. Some prefer a warm, rich sound, while others prefer a more neutral or bright sound. An expensive system that's highly rated by critics might not even appeal to you if it doesn't suit your personal sound preferences. You may very well prefer, a reasonable $1,000 system because it sounds better to you. Remember, subjectivity is always the deciding factor with audio at the end of the day. Other factors can influence the sound quality of a system, such as the acoustics of the room it's in, the quality of the source material, and even the quality of certain accessories you use. You could have the most expensive hi-fi system in the world, but if it's set up in a room with poor acoustics or paired with low-quality source material, it won't sound its best. It'll actually sound kind of shit. While expensive hi-fi systems can offer outstanding sound quality, they're not always worth the extra cost. It's important to do your research, trust your own ears, and remember that the ultimate goal is to enjoy the music. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the world of hi-fi. I encourage you to check out some of my links since I do have the world's coolest online hi-fi t-shirt shop, as well as a Discord and Patreon where we can communicate. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to spank the like button.
How would you like a spanking?
How'd you like a punch in the nose?
Share this video with all of your friends and subscribe to the channel. The last thing to do is ring the bell to get notified every time a new video is born. With all that said and done, I'll see you on the next one, friends. Take care.